it's Grandma Moore. Welcome to my channel. It's Friday. I'm getting a super late start. It's 11:37 and I just hit dash now. So come on, let's see what today brings. All right, I took this McAllister order for $5 going 3.5 miles. What I do know, it's 13 degrees outside and I know I need to make $202. So I'm going to try my best to take what I could take and try not to be as picky as I was yesterday, and maybe my acceptance rate will go up and my money amount will go up. We'll see. All right, I had gotten a $10 stacked order and it ended up being kind of complicated because it was in a very high traffic area. Wasn't really worth it. So I made $15 on DoorDash my first hour. And then the orders that was being sent were just really ridiculous. So I turned on Uber, and Uber was sending me all kind of orders, but they're mostly Walmart, and I really don't do Walmart Uber orders. Only Walmart orders I do is Roadie. So, anyway, so Uber sent me an $18 6-item Meyer order, and then added a $10 Meyer order for I think 5 items. Still haven't been doing screenshots with Uber. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, so I'm gonna work on that. So I turned off DoorDash. I'm on Uber on my way. It looks like it's gonna go from one end of the county to the other end of the county, but that's $28. It's gonna take me, I think about an hour and 20 minutes to do. It's so much better than those $3 orders that DoorDash is sending, or $8 for 15 miles that DoorDash sent. So I'm happy with this. It looks like it might end up being an Uber day. OMG, my pet peeve is people honking horns. I hate when people honk horns at each other. So I am at a stop sign. I crossed my arm, crossed my steering wheel, and I honked. And this guy thought I was honking at him, and it was just an accident. I'm like, I'm so sorry. So that's my fumble so far. So I guess I'm gonna multi-app today. It's showing DoorDash is showing very busy. So I just did Dash Along the Way after dropping off that Uber order. DoorDash said they were very busy, but I don't think it was true. Somebody in the comments asked about my goals. I've been thinking about that a lot. So, I've gotten myself into credit card debt and I have student loans. So my money, I work towards paying off that debt. And groceries, gas, any extra money comes from DoorDash. So it's about $600 a week is what I have to make to pay all my bills and have the gas and groceries. Some days I really have a hard time getting motivated to come out, especially like here lately. The last couple of days, the orders have been horrible, and it's like, oh, I don't want to go out. It's a waste of my time. So doing this YouTube channel helps me say, I gotta go. Today I so didn't want to go. 13 degrees outside and tired, but I'm so excited to try to make my goal, and I'm so goal oriented. So this week it's $800 just for the fact that I'm trying to have a little bit of money towards Christmas. I had a few extra bills because of course I shuffled my bills around. So that's kind of where my goals are. But it goes back to my devotion I've had for the last couple of days. It's talking about a peace of mind. And I used to be like so tense and so I don't know the word. Anyway, and then, you know, that relationship with God has just really came over me and calmed me down, and it is what it is, and it is okay. Maybe it's a little bit of age, a little bit of God, but whatever happens, happens. And I just don't stress out about things like I used to stress out. I guess in a way I do, but in another way, in the big picture, it doesn't. So my big picture goal is to work on getting out of debt. I live in a camper, get a house, and then really start focusing on prepping. You know, one is God says you shouldn't be in debt, and here I am very far into debt. And so I'm trying to work on that. The next thing is we should be prepared. And I am not prepared. I've got a couple buckets full of stuff, but that's it. I'm going to take this order, $5.50 for less than a mile. All right, so I'm at Starbucks to pick up an order, and they do not have it. So I'm going to go, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let's see. My choices are no pay or ask them to make it. They won't make it, already asked. So we're going to chat with support. Nope, I meant call support.
Thanks for confirming. This is the DoorDash support virtual phone concierge. Please give me a brief description of what I can help you with.
Agent.
Got it. I understand you'd like to speak with an agent. In order to get you to the right team, please describe your issue.
Agent.
I understand you'd like to speak with an agent. In order to get you to the right team, please describe your issue.
Agent.
This session may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. Your continued participation in this session...
To report to the app that the store cannot find it on their system.
I did do that, and my choice was either ask them to do it for full pay, and they won't, or unassign it with no pay, and I didn't, or call support. So I called support.
All right.
So the option...
Are you still at the store?
I'm sitting out in the parking lot, yes.
Okay, I'm going to need to call the store, or are you able to go back and hand the phone to the store representative?
Okay, I could try. They were a little busy, but I surely can try. DoorDash is on the phone. They want you to confirm that Peyton, there's not an order for Peyton.
I don't have it.
Here she is.
I don't have an order for Peyton.
Can you hear her?
Did they, are you able to like put it up manually on the system or no?
So ask me again.
And, sorry, who am I talking to? I was again confused.
She wants to ask you if you can manually put it in your system.
I can't put it in my system. They have to send it to our company.
She said no, they have to put it in the system.
Alright, so I'm gonna cancel the order. Between you will receive half pay for your efforts to
Okay.
continue on your.
They do realize the third party.
Well, I'm supposed to get half paid for that, but we'll see. That was a hot mess. So, but it's over, and off we go. I have no orders. Oh, I could do for lobster for $8 for 30 minutes. That sounds kind of bad, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know what to do. Louisville. At this point, I feel like DoorDash and Uber are racing to see who can have the worst orders. $2.63 or $3. So back to the finances. I was trying to build up our credit, and so I got our credit report, printed it out, went line item by line item by line item, and called places that seemed like there was errors. I disputed them, then I would, in the meantime, try to stockpile of money and call them. Usually, they were almost all medical bills. And I would call them, and they would give me like 50% off. So if I owed $300, I could pay $150. So I just started doing that, and it took me a little while, but I got all of those medical bills off. There's not one medical bill I owe or is on my credit report. That was a lot of work, but I just started cleaning everything up. And then we couldn't, even though my credit score and my husband's credit score was clean, we didn't have one. Well, he didn't have any, and mine was still low because now we had to reestablish ourselves. So that's how I got into the credit card debt, because they said you have to have a credit card and to start building yourself up. And it was fun to have a credit card. I hadn't had one in many years because I didn't think I would ever do credit cards again. We had them way back in the day, and I didn't like them. And so it kind of started a chain reaction, because it's like, oh wow, we'll go to the store, you get 30% off if you apply for a card or whatever, and it's Christmas time, 30% off, awesome. And then that's how I stacked a whole bunch of credit cards. I've been cutting them up and deciding a couple I want to keep. That was hard because they all have their different benefits. So if I could do it with the medical bills, I could do it with the credit cards. So that's definitely my New Year's resolution, is the snowball effect, which I'm kind of doing a little different than Dave Ramsey teaches. I'm trying to go by the high end. I got a couple that's real small that I could take care of pretty fast, but then I'm going by the high interest rates and doing it that way. All the way to Louisville for Shoe Carnival for $11. I didn't even know Shoe Carnival did that. Is that not crazy? Who knew Shoe Carnival was on DoorDash? So that's my financial situation and my goals, and why I have goals. Well, I have a lot of goals. Financial, my DoorDash goals. I've been sitting here still at Starbucks waiting, and it was terrible order after terrible order. So they sent me this $7.50 for 4 items at the dollar store. It's not horrible, so decent. I am taking it, and maybe things will start panning out. It was an easy order to shop for. I don't know about delivering it, but the line at the dollar store was forever long. It took a long time to get through the checkout. Well, DoorDash sent me a $12.75 order for the dollar store. It's just 4 things, quick and easy. There wasn't a line this time. It was the same dollar store too. So just 7 minutes away. Finally a good order. All right, I took the $16.75 order from Target. It was just a couple of items, mostly just single soda pop, and little treats. The guy said he had to work on all weekend at home and just, a few things. So he changed his mind about a couple of things. I fixed that for him. And he said he left me an additional tip. I don't know what to expect, but it is kind of further than I expected. It's 20 minutes. I figured it would take a while where I thought it was going, but it's going a little further. I'm hoping it's all expressway. Nope, it's not. So, oh well. I know I talk about my devotions and the things that are my goals, like having the prayer request list and things like that. But I just want to say I am not a holy roller, and I sin every day. This morning, well, not this morning, at the beginning of my shift, I got very frustrated. Somebody honked at me. My app froze. Both apps were going off. And I said choice words. And my daughter was on the phone and she laughed at me. But, you know, what's what is that saying about coming short glory of God? And well, I fall short every day, so I don't want to paint a picture that isn't true. I want to be transparent. So I have many faults, and just sharing my journey as I grow as a Christian and as I am learning more and more about gig work and just muddling through life. And I just wanted to share my journey, but I am definitely not some something I'm not. I just wanted to tell you. Well, it ended up being where I originally thought it was, but the address, the city name of the address, was different than usually this subdivision is. So that's why I thought it was going to be further than I expected. So all is good. And he added $2 tip. So it ended up being $18.75 for that order. And I just calculated all the money. I got half pay for that Starbucks. So I'm doing better than I thought. I'm at 84.78. I thought I was at 60. So that was a nice surprise. Wasn't expecting that. So what, about 120 away from my goal. And it is 4:30. I've gone 75 miles. Done. I should have, glad I didn't calculate that earlier. It's always nice to have more than you expected, right? A lot of orders are coming through on both apps, but not really worth taking. And my Dasher app just keeps freezing. All right, I finally found one. 10:39 for 4.6 miles. I'm going to take that. Well, that took a little while to get the food, but honestly, it was nice to be out of the car and chatting with some people. There were just waitresses walking around doing their job and chatting with me too. So it was kind of a nice little break. I'm 13 minutes away, but I believe the traffic might be kind of bad. But I don't know. It's going to start getting dark here pretty soon, so I might not be able to tape, but I will let you know at the end how it goes. I wish y'all could have heard the background music going to that house. It was Elvis singing Silver Bells. I love Elvis Christmas music, and Silver Bells I had to sing in 4th grade. So I always remember that song. And it was just on the radio as I was driving here, so it was pretty awesome. Alright, yes, you can still see me. Alright, Uber sent me an order for $16 for White Castle and Tropical Smoothie, but they're being delivered at the same place. And then they add a $12 order from Walk-Ons. And it's going in the same area. So there's $28, and that'll get me down to only needing 80. I'm sleepy as heck. So it's going to be an interesting feat here. But I'm determined. So Friday I worked 11:30 to 10 o'clock, so 10 and a half hours. Came home because I was exhausted, went right to sleep. Saturday morning I woke up with this horrible migraine. I couldn't even hold down water. It was bad. So the more I thought about it, it's really my fault because I'm so goal oriented. I didn't eat much for 2 days, and then Friday morning at 13-degree weather, I decided to clean my windows, and that smell stayed in my car the whole day. And the windows were pretty much up, and so I think between not eating and the smell of the cleaner gave me a migraine, so I didn't get my video out. So So back to our goal. On Friday, DoorDash, I made 123.64, and on Uber, I made 78.65. So I made my goal barely at $202.29, and I made my week goal. So yay! With DoorDash, I made $716.38, and then with Uber, I made $84.74, making my weekly sum $801.12. I did it, even though I had to stay out late Friday night, but it happened, so yay. Everything went good. I'm not used to doing a lot of it at night, but it worked out. I didn't go to any scary places, so I'm happy with that. And so starting off a new week and trying to make 600 this coming up week. So thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the comments and everything. Hope you all had a good weekend and hope you have a good week coming up. God bless you.